Well, folks, we have some nerfs and we even have some new banned cards. Probably just temporarily banned, but still, as you can see behind me here, both Shockspitter and Sire Denathrius have already been nerfed. This patch is out. I'm looking at a live client here behind me. Shockspitter is going to 3 mana, and Sire Denathrius is now going to endlessly infuse 2. So it takes 2 deaths to get Sire Denathrius going. I'm a little late to this news because I stayed up until I think it was like 8 a.m. last night working on stuff, and then saw the corpse explosion death knight. Yeah, you know, this video I put out, how long ago was this? Let's see, this was 6 hours ago, right? Put this video out saying this is really, really dumb. Blizzard needs to delete this because I saw the combo late last night. Stayed up late to do it. Oh, and I also put out this video, nerf this. This 200 deck might need a nerf yesterday. And yeah, as of now, they did delete this. They answered the call incredibly quickly, but I went to bed and missed the news by a few hours here. I finally went to sleep at 7 a.m. and I woke up to all of my dreams having come true. So Shockspitter going to 3 and Sire Denathrius getting cut in half. This is a really significant Denathrius nerf. I think it probably goes away for a while, at least after this, or for a vast majority of decks after this. As it stands already, like very often Denathrius was only barely big enough for most matchups. It's like, okay, well, this is not lethal a lot of the times. I'm gonna use it as a stabilizer, or this is just barely lethal. There are situations with Brand Bronzebeard where he'll still probably be very, very strong. So Druid might be able to cut him in half and still be fine. But even then, there are decks that will outrange that with armor gain, with health gain. So Denathrius, I think, goes away for a vast majority of situations. Not gonna say he's totally dead, but goes away for a lot. And Shockspitter here getting added in an additional mana cost is a big deal. That really changes the Bran damage profile. Because suddenly, you know, you can't do things like a turn 7 double Shockspitter with Bran. That's a turn 9 play now with double Bran. And it costs a little extra to get all these Shockspitters weaved into play, weaved into those Bran turns. That's going to push that deck back by a couple turns, which is clearly a big deal. And sometimes will actually limit its total damage output as well, because you could do Bran triple Shockspitter, which is going to be very, very difficult to do now without some big discounts off your harpoon guns. So both of these cards, I think, get hurt a lot. Shockspitter is probably still going to be a solid card. I think the deck will probably reshape itself around this, so it has to work with these increased mana restrictions, might need a little more tempo, chip damage, survivability, something there. And Denathrius, I think, goes away a lot. Now, these aren't the only 2 updates, though, actually. We also got the patrons. The patron bros have been banned. You can no longer put patron in a deck. Now, I think this will be a temporary fix until Blizzard changes something mechanically so that these cards can't do the pop off with corpse explosion. Same thing for Grim Patron in Wild, in case you didn't see my video this morning showcasing this. Essentially, it is an endless loop. It's not actually endless. It's capped at 50 currently, but that's still a really big cap. So your patrons will just go off over and over and over again with corpse explosion. So patrons have now just been patched out of the game, and Denathrius gets big half as fast. So this deck got changed right away. I don't know, maybe this really was Ixar indeed, and not a pretender. This might have been the real Ixar. He called up some old friends, said, hey guys, Regis beat me with this deck, we gotta get it deleted. No, I don't think I had any hand in this. I think I just coincidentally identified 2 of the bigger problems currently facing the Hearthstone meta, and thankfully Blizzard had a patch window ready to go live. Oh, and speaking of Blizzard, they did also put out this little note. This is not a normal balance patch. Final Design asked for extra balance window before Worlds, and our team put in extra work to make it happen. Much love to QA. A bigger patch is coming in a few weeks. There's always going to be a very small patch with max 1 or 2 changes. I wouldn't read much into what we didn't change here. So I think in particular, people have questions about Brand Bronzebeard, maybe some of the rogue pop-off stuff like Draka, or the location. I think those are some other pain points in the meta. Sounds like those might be showing up in a few weeks. Future patch, maybe before Christmas is not exactly, I guess that's technically a few weeks, but somewhere along the way, sounds like we might get more balance changes. So if you're worried about some of those other cards, I guess stay tuned. these apparently seemed like the most pressing problems, particularly maybe the wacky Denathrius corpse explosion stuff was clearly top of mind for them. So all in all, curious to hear what you guys think about these changes. Should it have been Bran? Are you happy Denathrius' reign is finally over? Share all those thoughts and more in the comments below. Thanks much as always for watching, and until next time, game on.